and be amazed. Yes, like that face. Make the faces. All right. So, just so you know, magic is audience participation. Not so much that you have to come up here, but that you have to participate in your brain. Because if you don't participate in your brain, then it doesn't work. So, to run a test, I'm going to have you all help me out here, okay? So if everybody that is paying attention would say the word hop. Say hop. Oh, excellent crowd, excellent crowd. All right, say the word shop. And say the word hop. And say the word shop. And what do you do when you come to a green light? No, you go at a green light. Yeah, you see how that works? You see how that works? See, I am a psychological magician. Some people call us mentalists. And I often explore how magic works in the brain. So I'm going to use these ropes here to help explain how that works, what just happened. Real quickly, if you could just check these out. Make sure that there's no glue or magnets or they don't come apart or anything like that. I get asked those kinds of questions afterwards all of the time. Good ropes?
They're good.
Good ropes. Okay, excellent. So, which rope is this one? The little one, I think I heard. All right. And which rope is this one? The medium one, yes. And which rope is this one? So we have three ropes. The short rope, see if I can do it around the mic here, the medium rope, and the long rope. Can everybody see those? Now, what I did with the hop and shop thing, we call that linguistic conditioning. What linguistic conditioning does is it plants an idea in your subconscious mind, and then I play on that idea that I planted a little bit later. So, linguistic conditioning and then visual reinforcement of that seed is what I did with the stop thing. So, it's hard to see, if you can see in the lights, which one is this one? The small one, this one? The medium one, this one, the long one. See, I planted that idea in your head, but that was just an illusion because all of these ropes are obviously all the same length, you see. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Again, it's linguistic conditioning. I convinced you that I had three ropes that were all the same length. So if I take one away, then I don't have to say how many I have because you guys realize that I have how many left. Yeah, so close, because I have one, you see. Again, I planted the idea in your head that I had three, so when I take one away, your mind says that there was two, but obviously there's one. So, if I take the ends, and I take the middle of the rope, you got to pay attention to the ends. See, but I already tricked you. Just like I said, what do you do when you come to a green light, and I went like that? I say, look at the ends, and I point over here, and I go like this. And you swear that you see the ends over there, but they're not really over there, because obviously the ends are over here. That linguistic condition, the illusion becomes so strong that you say, wait, I see the end over there. But it's not, because obviously it's over here. Because if the ends are over on this end, then obviously the middle has to be over here. See, the illusion can become so strong that you would swear that you could actually see the ends and the middle switch places. Watch. Because if the ends go down there, then the middle comes up here. Now you're saying, I know, that's impossible. See, it's not impossible that I can't switch the ends in the middle because I'm a magician. Obviously I can do that. It's impossible with this rope because this rope doesn't have any ends on it, you see. This is just one big middle. Again, it was an illusion when I passed these ropes out. We have illusionary ends. I'm going to let you in a little magic secret. It's illusionary ends. You take the illusionary ends and you put them on the rope and it makes it look like a regular rope. And that's how I tricked you at the beginning of the thing when I handed them out and made you believe that I had a trick. See, but they're just illusions. They're not really attached to the rope because you can take them off of this side and you can put them on over here. It doesn't matter what you do with the ends because they're not really attached. Now, of course, you know that magicians use misdirection. So if I can get you to focus on the ends of the rope, and the illusion is so strong, they really look like they're on there, that if I can keep you from looking at the middle, you realize that the tricky middle is really the whole secret. But I'm not going to tell you that, because then you'll know how the rope trick is done. So I'm going to make it look like the middle is really attached in the middle, so that the illusion can go on with the rope trick. Now, I planted some ideas in your head at the beginning, so all I have to do is say the word two, and immediately your brain goes back to be triggered to where you thought that I had two ropes. If I take the third rope, and I say, here, I have three ropes that are all the same length, again, that triggers you back to the beginning, where you would have swore that I had a short rope, and a medium rope, and a long rope. But of course, the rest is just an illusion. Thank you very much. Now, people often ask me where we learn magic. Well, the local magic shop for us older folks. The young people learn it all on YouTube and the interwebs and Amazon and all that kind of stuff. I saw this guy do this trick with his giant die. I don't know why die is singular, plural, whatever. It's backwards, whatever. Dice and die and all this kind. With one dice, one die, I don't know. And I always wanted to learn the trick with the giant die. But I went to the magic shop and they were really expensive. Well, the fancy ones. They were made of wood and inlay and all this kind of stuff, like really expensive. But they come in this fancy case, so they don't get busted. Well, the guy had a cardboard one, and I said, "Oh, how much is that?" And he goes, "Really cheap." And I'm like, "All right, I'll take that one," because, So I said, "Does it come with a case?" And he goes, "Well, yeah, it comes with a case." And I said, "Well, okay, because it's going to get dinged up in my bag when I carry it." He goes, "Well, the case is..." I said, "Where is it?" He goes, "Well, the case is inside the dice." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "No, it's..." The case comes inside the die. And I said, "That doesn't make any sense." And he said, "No, if you open up the case, then the case is where the dice belongs. And so, always make sure you get a case when you buy magic tricks at the local magic shop." So I had a dream the other day, because I took a nap after I went to the magic shop, and I dreamt that I was in front of a very, very wonderful crowd that loved magic, right? And I knew that they loved magic because someone in the crowd said, "Hey, Gilligan, show us a card trick."
Hey, Gilligan.
Yeah, what a great crowd. This is amazing, right? And in my dream, I happened to have this giant deck of cards. So I was excited because I wanted to see what I was going to do, right? So it was as if I had this amazing connection with the audience. Right? And all I had to do was motion to a lovely lady near the front. And she knew that that meant to come up on the stage with a round of applause from the audience. And your name?
Sydney.
Sydney. Beautiful name. Me being a gentleman, I offered her my seat. But her being a lady, she decided to stand instead. You can hang on to that. Now, honestly, when I'm not in my dream, I'm kind of shy around lovely ladies. I get all verklempt, I guess they call it. But in my dream, the voice in my head said, "No, Gilligan, you are a dashing debonair, successful magician in Cleveland. You can speak to the beautiful women." So confidently, I turned to her and I said, "Dog houses don't have wheels?" Apparently the voice lied. What can one do? But it was weird, as I said, I felt that I had this connection with this lady. And she knew that even though I said some mumbo-jumbo about dog houses and wheels, she knew that she was to name any card in the deck out loud. Now she thought, I bet men always say the ace of spades or something like that, and women always say the queen of hearts or the two of hearts. Those are statistically, they're very popular. But she knew that she could name a popular card like that or any other random card. But I didn't have to say anything, and she loudly proclaimed,
Six of hearts.
The Jack of Spades, just like in my dream. It was amazing. Six of hearts, yeah. I pled with her to change her mind. But she did not. She was a woman of conviction. Stuck to her guns. Six of hearts, she said. She repeated.
Six of hearts.
Well, I'm watching this in my dream. I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm like, Gilligan, what are you going to do? I thought you were going to name the Jack of Spades. Six of hearts. And then I remembered that this whole time she had been holding this giant deck of cards. The Six of Hearts, she said. I watched in my dream as the dreamy me pulled out the giant deck of cards. And I was surprised to find out that as I went through the deck, Down here by the bottom, there was one face-down card in the deck. Now, she took this card, but she did not look at it. Her mind raced, her heart all aflutter. She showed the card to the audience, and they made this weird noise with their hands because the face-down card, hold it up so everybody can see over their heads, was in fact the Six of Hearts.
Somebody will die tonight.
She was so impressed with my magic that she wanted to give me a kiss. On the lips. But she was a lady, and so she controlled her urges. So I went to take her hand, but unfortunately it was attached to the end of her arm, and I could not. So I just escorted her off the stage with another round of applause from the audience. And again, my name is Gilligan, Gilligan Magic. I'll be strolling around doing some close-up stuff, and then on to the next music. Right on! Here we go. All right, thank you very much. You guys are awesome.